Hello, and welcome to the realm of the Peace God. One Piece chapter 1054.3, The Road to Laughtale, just dropped, and the bounty section made something very clear to me. Oda might be giving first mate and first commanders a quarter of the bounties. As in, multiply Zoro's bounty by 4 and you get approximately 1.5, which is Luffy's bounty after whole cake. And I know what you're thinking. The numbers don't add up. Yep, I know. All these numbers are approximations. If we follow the logic, it's quite easy to ballpark the numbers of the first Emperor commanders, and even the ever so mysterious revolutionary leader, Dragon. This video was solely made to predict some unknown bounties in the One Piece universe, mainly first mates, and possible reasoning behind why Oda chooses to give first mates a fourth of what each great leader's head is worth. First, let's take a look at what we already know. Kaido and King, Big Mom and Katakuri, Whitebeard and Marco. For those who don't like a lot of math, bear with me. Kaido, the king of the beasts, is worth 4,611,000,000 and 100,000 berry, of course. So a quarter of that lands us at 1,153,000,000, which is 237 million shy of his current bounty of 1,390,000,000, but I'm rounding the numbers up just so it's easier. Now, Big Mom is worth 4,388,000,000, and Katakuri is in a quarter ballpark of 1,097,000,000, which is close to the real thing of 1,057,000,000. The legend Whitebeard is at 5,046,000,000 berry, and quarter will be Marco at 1,261,000,000. His in-story bounty is 1,374,000,000. Another thing people might ask is, hey, Peace God, but some of these numbers do not match with the real thing perfectly. And yeah, I totally agree. But also, I believe Oda is adding or subtracting a bit just to throw us off the scent. If he didn't do this, I think it would have made it very easy or much easier for others to predict the bounties. Now let's get to the fun part, which is the unknown bounties. The first prediction I want to make is the Revolutionary Dragon's bounty. From the recent Road to Laughtale chapter, it says Sabo is worth 602 million. So I predict Dragon, the leader of the revolutionaries, will be worth 2.5 billion berry. Next will be the number 2 of the Pirate King Gold Roger, Dark King Rayleigh, with a bounty of 1.5 billion. And yeah, I do recognize the parallel with Luffy's bounty after whole cake. And yeah, to me it makes perfect sense, because coming out of the time skip, I believe Snake Man Gear 4th was Luffy's strongest form. And it was pretty obvious that he came up with it in order to counter Rayleigh's speed and his raw power. Speaking of the Roger Pirates, my next prediction will be red-haired Shanks' first mate, Ben Beckman, with a bounty of 1.2 billion berry. And last but not the least, right-hand man of Blackbeard, Shiryu of the Rain, with a bounty of 570 million. Yeah, I know it's a little low, but makes sense in the circumstances. Now, onto the reason why I think Oda actually does this. I believe that he actually wants to scale first mates to be quarter of the power of the actual captains. I think in all sense of the word that first mates or first commanders or first officers in terms of revolutionaries are supposed to be a fourth or at least a quarter of around the strength of their captains or their leaders. The more the story goes on, the more consistent this becomes. Now, everybody that knows me knows I love scaling in One Piece. Like, it's so interesting and it's just fun to do. So let me get into a bit of scaling from the knowledge that we learned from Road to Laughtale's last chapter. Now, with the way that bounties are set up and how I think Oda feels about scaling first mates to Yonkos and first mates and their captains, I believe that he scales the Marine Admirals somewhere between a first commander and an emperor. So it's possible, not definitive, but possible that a Marine Admiral could fold 2 Yonko commanders at the same time. Guys, leave your thoughts. I'm all ears in the comment section. Leave a like if you like it, subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.